Frinos. Failure is the greatest instructor of all.
That's right, Froggy. So, welcome to the channel, welcome back. Hades is here, Hades 2 early access on Steam. I've been playing this game for about 2 hours. I've got a few things, a bit of experience, but Hades 1 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. It's incredible. I've played and completed it thousands of times, maybe not thousands, but I got thousands of hours in the game and hundreds of completions. And I wanted to just talk about the different things that are in this game, similar things, new things, and just like a little beginner's tutorial, as well as some gameplay where I'll show you some kind of tips on what you should be doing in this game. And first and foremost, one of these things you can get just naturally occurring in the game. So don't worry about things too much. You will just find things naturally. However, one of the things that are important to your game is this cauldron here for concocting and incantations. You will unlock this after a couple of runs and deaths automatically. But basically, this is how you add and change things within your game. So for instance, one of the first things I unlocked, and you should unlock, is the Knight's Craftwork, which gives you access to the pickaxe. And this pickaxe will then allow you to get silver, which you can craft weapons with, so you can get new weapons. There are a lot of things here that are naturally occurring story-based stuff too, that you kind of have to do. So this one here, Fated Intervention, I won't explain how or why, but this will help you progress the story. And then some other things you can get, so like after encounters, become alerted to any valuable resources in the area. So before you move on to the next room, you will be able to get anything that you need to get that you might miss. Now, I'm not really going to talk to any of the NPCs because the voice acting and story and stuff in this game is incredible. It's something you should experience yourself. So this is also what I added to the broker from Hades 1. I added this myself, and you can get different materials such as nectar. Nectar is still be able to be gifted, and when you gift nectar, you will get an item in return, which we'll have a look at in a second. Ashes, Psyche, and Fate Fabric are going to be used to upgrade things, basically. You will find these naturally occurring in the level when you're doing your runs, but if you got a whole bunch of bones, you can trade them in here for those materials if you need them. Now, I'm sure as you go through the game, this inventory will increase and be better. So let's have a look at one of the brand new things, which one of these is here as well, which I'll leave you to your imagination, but it is to do with planting. So giving nectar to people will allow you to get items and accessories in return, which is here. Now, the more you use an accessory, the more you level it up and different things will happen. So this one, the Ghost Onion, whenever you exit a location, fully restore your hearts up to a total of 50 this night. Now, as far as I can tell, if you don't have over 50 health, when you leave a location, it will give you your full health. I think this only lasts for the first level. I'm not entirely sure. But every time you give a nectar to someone, they will give you something in return. So this one here, I'll deal 20% damage towards the last foe that vanquished me, which was the Deep Serpent, which is a boss. So next time I meet that boss, if I have this equipped, I'll do more damage to them. And then here, gain plus 100 coins, which gives you a little boost when you're going shopping at Karen. I haven't really had nectar yet to be able to give to other people, but accessories are very important and will just make your game a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting. Over here we have your accessories that you can build. As you can see, I have the pickaxe and I have this thing called the Tablet of Peace, which allows you to be able to send some shades home when they randomly appear, and you'll get a whole bunch of Psyche in return. But for the start of the game, pickaxe is pretty useful. This here is where you create your weapons. So if we go into it, you can see that now I can afford the Umbral Flames. This is what you start with, the Witch's Staff, which is a great weapon. Sister Blades, which is your melee close range and quite powerful. And then we have the Umbral Flames, launch damaging ranged attacks as you move, or specials that orbit around you. I'm going to make this now and we'll use it just in a little bit. I haven't used it before, so that should be fun. However, all these weapons need things like silver and cinders to create. So 3 silver, 3 cinders. You get the cinders from the level 1 boss that you kill. Much like with every boss in the previous game, you get rewards for killing them. Moonstone axe, you need 15 silver, which I'm very excited to try and get. But I'm going to just make this and I'm going to pick it up and use it.
Incinerate my foes and light my path.
Right.
With honor.
This is interesting. This is very interesting. This is your cast, which we'll talk about in a little while. Very, very, very important. Now, let me get these tutorial things off the screen. Okay. Right, so one of the new mechanics is this meditate area. This is basically your perks and buffs for a game for your character, let's say. So I'm going to just unequip these completely. Now I'm going to try and explain this as easy as possible. So when you start, you have an energy bar over here. This is called grasp. I'm going to call it energy just so it's a little bit easier to explain. I believe you start at 0 out of 10, and then for every time you use 50 psyche to upgrade this, it will go up by 2. So I could now take it up again to 18. So I have 18 energy here for me before I run out. Now these energy are to equip cards, which are over here. So if I go to this first one over here, this card will give me the ability, while you channel your omega moves, which is the charged moves, everything moves slower for 2 seconds. So you get a little slowdown buff so you can get off your attacks. In the top right hand corner, it tells you how much energy that will use. So if I equip that, it will go up to 1 out of 16. Every one of these, when you equip them, add up to a certain amount. So if you don't have enough to equip everything once you unlock them, you need to upgrade this using the psyche, which you get, which is naturally occurring within the levels, or use that accessory that we just spoke about. Whenever you unlock something in this game, the adjacent unlocked cards will show and appear. So for instance, I don't think I can afford anything. No, I can't. If I was to get this one here, which I'm very excited for because it's every 5 locations you gain health and energy, and it costs 0 energy. When I get to buy that, which will cost me 25 ash and 1 cinder, I will then get access to more cards. So it's a very grindy game. You go in, you farm stuff, and then you get access to things that make you stronger. Now there's some things in this game that aren't really accessible yet, so like sealed with wards. That's something you're going to get as you go through and complete the game and stuff. This is your little skelly guy which you can train on. If you ever see this in the overworld, it just restores your mana. It's not, doesn't appear very often for me, but I feel like it can appear. So let's just play a little bit. I'll show you and give you a little bit of an idea of what to do when you are playing this game. Oh, I've never seen this sigil before. So every time you spawn into a new instance, you'll get something here that will power you up or buff you up. Usually it's a god boon, so you get your gods like Zeus and stuff. So you'll get lightning abilities. Oh, you can get other ones like Demeter, who gives you freeze abilities. There's a new fire ability god as well. But this is brand new to me. Oh, armor? I didn't even... Well, I did know this existed in the game, but I did not know that this was a thing you could get from a boon. Hephaestus.
You already got one. A right lousy one can spot that piss poor workmanship from here.
The voice acting in this game's amazing.
I could tune it up.
Please do. Right, so... Ooh. Ah, so this is something I also unlocked as well, which gives me access to something else other than what the current boon is offering. So I got a volcanic strike. I believe that's how it works anyway. But it's based in fire. These are based in earth. So usually I think a boon god of an element type will only have their element type until you unlock the thing that I unlocked. I am going to do the volcanic strike because with this blast I feel like I could get a lot of stuff. Now, first and foremost, I want to talk about your cast, this thing here. This is by far the most important thing in the game as you are starting out before you can learn everything. Now, unfortunately, these guys don't move around a lot, so I'm not really going to be able to show it. But whenever you cast it, it will trap someone in that space. They can then no longer move from that space. And like I said, these guys aren't moving, so you can see the little green hands underneath them that are locking them in place. This means that anything that's chasing you no longer will be able to chase you. I just had that volcanic blast happen. There's also ways to buff your cast so that it can weaken people and it can do other things. So one of the things you want to be looking at is leveling up your cast whenever you can, until you learn the game, until you learn, like, you know, enemy patterns and movements, and you're comfortable with the game. The cast will help you out dramatically. As you can see right here, none of these guys can now move. They're just stuck in position, which just helps you think about what you're doing, and then you can just hit them from range as well. Okay, no more messing around now. Let me just beat these guys up. This weapon's interesting. I don't know if it's... I mean, the volcanic strike's really good, but I don't know if it's going to be great. Maybe it will. We'll have a look at what kind of boons we get. Oh, that volcanic strike is incredible. I feel like the special is probably more useful than anything else. Even though you don't really get like a control over it. Right, so now we get like our first elemental based move or something that you can add to your character. So we could add to my special those balls that are spinning around, the ability to splash and knock them away. Don't think I really need it, but you know, it's definitely something you can think about. Your cast will instantly detonate, dealing damage and knocking foes away. Whenever you claim a minor find or similar resource rewards, so anything that you pick up, you also get a chance of it doubling up. So for me, I'm just going to go for this cast and just show you exactly the difference that you can make with your cast. So if we hold it and do that, you see it instantly exploded then. But it is using my energy, but it is doing a lot of damage. That volcanic blast is unbelievable, man. I'm just going to take this silver while I'm here. Those shriekers are annoying as hell, man. They're so difficult to just avoid. These are one of the shades that you send back as well, by the way, if you've got the other accessory. Let's go see Aphrodite, see what she's got. And then we'll wrap the video up. I just wanted to show you a couple of things, and this is something else I wanted to show you, which is incredible. So these trees here are basically terrain interactables. They do a lot of damage if you use them to hit enemies. Like so. That's an instant kill pretty much. Pretty damn awesome. That volcanic strike is unreal, man. It just absolutely annihilates everyone. And the reason why I wanted to end it here on this section is because we get to look at Aphrodite, one of the best designed characters in any game ever. And in this game, even better designed.
Missing princess of the underworld. How positively scandalous.
Scandalous indeed. Scandalous indeed. I don't even want to look at what boons she's going to offer me. I just want to stay here for a minute and just enjoy this. Nah, honestly, I'll tell you what, in this game, jokes aside, character design, voice acting, absolutely phenomenal. It was the same in Hades original as well, but this one, they seem to have improved it. So they're just like a few tips on combat and stuff like that. I can't really show you too much because I don't want to ruin it for you. I want you to experience the game, and then once you get better, and I might make a separate video with a bit more advanced mechanics and how to, you know, build your characters and stuff. But anyway, I hope this helped. I hope this little tutorial tips guide for Hades 2 helped. Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.